It's another chilly Saturday and I'm back with what sold this weekend. It's been a busy, crazy week and I didn't do any other videos. I do have a jewelry box to unbox at some point. Maybe today. Once I get these done, I could probably unbox that today. We'll see. Anyway, I have some pretty decent sales going out today, and after I plug them into my spreadsheet, which I do as I'm shipping them out, I think it'll put me on track to have October 2020 actually beat October 2019, which will be the first time since February that any month this year has beat my profits from that same month last year. So that's exciting. Of course, anything could happen. I'm probably jinxing myself. I don't have any wood around here to knock on, but you know, I could get every single thing returned to me or something, and who knows. Anyway, oh, the van that ended last Monday, it ended for the starting price, $1,999, and so I messaged the lady right away and was like, just let us know when you want to come pick it up, and payments due upon pickup, blah, blah, blah. And then she wrote back and she said, I'll give you $1,050 for this van. That was all the message said. I wrote her back, I was like, you don't need to make any offers. You've already won the van for $19.99. That's the price. That's what's due upon pickup. She wrote back and she said, I never agreed to that price. Plus, I live in Georgia. How am I supposed to get there to pick it up? So I went ahead and canceled it with the buyer requested cancellation. And normally you get that message as soon as you cancel saying the buyer has 10 days to confirm cancellation. But I've never waited more than a few seconds and then automatically it's canceled and done with. This time, no. This time, every time I go back into it, it says we're waiting for the buyer to confirm that they canceled this purchase before I can relist it. So, I mean, I could relist it and pay the $55 again, or I can wait for her to officially admit that she wanted to cancel it, or wait until the 10 days expires and relist it for free. I don't know why anything can't just be easy. I just list it, somebody bids on it, they win it, they come pick it up, they buy it, I have money, they have a van. It's simple, right? Anyway, today's sales. Happy Saturday. First up is my only Mercari sale for today. It is a John Deere coffee cup, not that old, from like the 90s. I had it for $10. They sent me an $8 offer plus shipping. I accepted. I have nothing going out on Poshmark today. I think Tuesday is the last day this week I've shipped anything out on Poshmark. This is on my secondary eBay account. This is my only item going out on that account. It is Paloma Picasso, who was a designer for Tiffany & Co. And she is, I think, Pablo Picasso's one of his daughters. Anyway, it's got scratches all over it. It's not in great condition, but I got it kind of as the only time I've ever done a trade on Poshmark. I was selling something for $180, sent a $150 offer, and the lady said I could pay $100 for it and trade you $50 worth of stuff from my closet if you want. I really want it, blah, blah, blah. And I'd never done a trade before, so I went ahead and took her up on it, and that was one of the things I picked, and then a lot of jewelry, and I got my $50 worth out of it. Anyway, that sold for $9.99 on auction. That was the starting price. That's what it went for, plus shipping. Then we have, this is Unipro, U-N-I-P-R-O, men's joggers. These came in a thread-up men's box last winter sometime, not anything recent, but I just listed them like 2 months ago. They sold for $11.67 plus shipping. Then we have these Chino by Anthropology. They are just green chino pants. sold for $18.67 plus shipping, and those were only listed about 2 months. And then we have this Michael Kors top. This was in the stuff my aunt recently gave me. Size medium. It's just fun little bell sleeves. Sold for $14.67 plus shipping, and this one I just listed earlier this week, probably Monday or Tuesday. Then we have this fun stretch ring with these giant pearl cluster on the top, sold for $12.67 with free shipping. There was a long time where I just passed on all the stretch rings and funky rings like this, but there's a market for them. I never sell for much, but there is definitely a market for that stuff. Then we have this. It is a Baltic Amber anklet, sold for $6 plus shipping. I sent an offer out on that. And then we have Trifari 18-inch gold tone chain necklace, sold for $18 plus shipping. I sent an offer out on that. There's the Trifari tag. That one's been listed a couple months, I think. Okay, then we have my two best items. This is a men's 10 karat gold, white gold, small diamond chips ring. It's got some scratches and scuffs all over it. I sent an $85 offer with free shipping for that, which they accepted. And then this one is a Geneve gold tone, gold plated watch. It is in working condition, fresh battery. It's got a little genuine diamond chip in it. This one I sent a $120 offer out with free shipping, and they accepted. Not bad for a gold plated item. And this came in just a random gold tone small lot from Shop Goodwill that I opened. It's been up for probably 2 months now. This, and there was a Whiting and Davis piece in there that sold for like 30 or 40 bucks. Were the only two like halfway decent sellable items, but definitely made my money back plus some now that this one has sold. So 120 bucks for that. And yeah, it seems like it's majority of jewelry this weekend, which makes me hopeful because eventually I want to transition to just jewelry. So the more jewelry sales I get, the more realistic that goal seems to be. Anyway, gonna pack these up, get them out, and show off Monday's items. All right, it is now Monday, and this weekend continued to be a really good sales weekend for me. So definitely after today, I will be on track to beat 2019's October sales, which is awesome. So hopefully that's a good sign for what is to come in November and December. I don't think though that I will beat the number of items that I sold in October, but I will beat the profit that I received from those items, which is ultimately what matters. And quite frankly, I would rather sell and ship fewer items and have more profit. I mean, ideally I'd sell and ship as many items that all have higher profit, but in a perfect world. So anyway, I'm going to break out today's. I have at least something that sold on every single platform. So I'm gonna break them down. These are all my secondary eBay store. So I have from tiny to biggest. These are Premier Designs pierced earrings, $9.67 plus shipping on those. And then Bullets Over Broadway DVD, $14.67 plus shipping. This is an ORI HDMI quad multi-viewer, whatever that means. This came in one of my smallerlots.com boxes and sold almost instantly the first time around for like $60. It looked brand new, never used, perfect condition, has the little remote, all the cords were all wrapped up nicely. They returned it because one of the input jacks they said didn't work. So I relisted it for $25 as for parts or repair, and I explained what I was informed did not work. Said I have no way to test it, so you're buying it as is. Could have been user error, could have been, I don't know. But they offered, I sent a $20 offer out, and then they countered with a $15 offer plus shipping. So I'm not getting anywhere near what I got for the original sale on it, but I was still able to get rid of it and make a little something off of it, at least to cover probably what I paid for the shipping and the return shipping the first time around. Then we have these. There are 3 of them in the lot. They are Gigo, G-I-G-O, Palm Pals, little beanie dolls. Look at their little faces, aren't they adorable? 3 of them. Let me get the other little girl out. There we go. Look at those faces. They're just so sweet. Anyway, they're just tiny little beanbag bodies, plastic face, expressions, little dolls. These, I have another lot of 3 that's listed, and then I have a single one that's listed. They came in a large lot of small dolls from Shop Goodwill that I paid $7.99 for. And it was one of those things that was from the one that's nearby me, so it didn't cost much to ship. So I was just kind of bidding on some small lots of stuff that I knew I could combine shipping on. And so my shipping for the whole lot, I probably only paid $10 total if I give them a percentage of the shipping cost. These sold for $9.67 plus shipping. The other lot is listed for the same, $9.67 plus shipping. Then there were some little broken dolls that I put up for parts on Rubylane. We'll see if they sell. There were 2 little like bunny rabbit face dolls that already sold on Rubylane for $20. And then there were a couple little Indian baby dolls that are listed on Rubylane, and they've had some interest. So I'll definitely make more than enough off of that lot to get my money back. And then the speakers, the last 2 weeks I've had some speakers. These are the smaller ones. It's a pair of 2 of them. And these Rocket 5s I listed and auctioned off starting at, I want to say $99.99, I'm not sure, for the pair, but I had them as Generation 3 because I looked up Rocket 5 speakers and I picked the ones that were the closest to what I had, and they looked exact, and I ran with that, but I had them listed as Generation 3. And yesterday, like within hours before the listing ended, somebody messaged me and said, you see that little thing on the back that says blah 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 G2? That indicates that they're Generation 2. And he's like, I just want to let you know because you might have a disappointed buyer. So I waited until it ended because I couldn't, it already had several bids on them. I couldn't do anything about it. Can't change anything once you've got bids on a listing. But I messaged the guy as soon as it ended. He paid immediately and told them that they're Generation 2, not Generation 3, and that I'd be happy to cancel. And he said, oh, no worries. I knew what I was bidding on. I saw that they had the exposed screws on the front and the G3s don't have that, and I saw the G2 listed on the back label. So go ahead and ship them. So luckily I got a buyer that actually paid attention to all of the pictures and knew what he was looking for, but it could have gone the other way. Anyway, he paid $152.50 plus shipping. He got lucky because he's in Chicago, Illinois. I'm in Central Illinois. There's like 2.5-hour difference. So it's not very expensive. He could have paid a lot more. If somebody in like California was bidding on him, they would have been paying $100 for me to ship them. He's only paying like $28 or something like that. So anyway, $152.50, and I really wish I had more speakers to sell, because for 3 weeks in a row I had a nice hefty chunk of change coming from speakers. But anyway, I'm gonna get these packed up and show off what else. Okay, now on to my main eBay account. It's my main account because it's the one I started with, and it has 1,330 listings now. It was up to 1,400. Normally it doesn't get as many sales as my smaller account because I don't list on it near as much, since I pay for the listings on it once I go over the 1,000 that I get with my store, and I'm building my smaller account up. It's up to 882 listings as of this morning. So once I get that one up over 1,000, where I have to pay for my fixed price listings, then I'll go back to kind of even out how much I list on each of them. But yeah, this one doesn't tend to get as many sales as the other one. This week though, I have 8 items going out today, 7 different packages, 7 different customers. So this is one of my older items that I had listed. It is a quilted purse. Doesn't look like it's ever been used, and it has a little coin purse and wallet that were still in the original pack. I think I paid like $3 or $3.99 or something for this at a thrift store, and it's unbranded, and it's just cheap polyurethane faux leather, but it's never been used, and the only reason I picked it up is because it was the 3-piece set. I thought it would sell a little better, but it's been listed for over 2 years now, and coincidentally it's not my oldest item that's shipping out today. The oldest one is an Amazon sale. So anyway, I sent a $10 offer plus shipping on this set. I make a little bit off of it, not a whole lot for having sat for 2 years, but I'm happy to see it go. Then we have this. It is a One World tunic top, size medium, and this one sold for $6.50 plus shipping. I listed this one in April, so a couple months, and I think I sent like an $8 offer, and then they countered with $6.50, so I accepted that. This I just listed a couple weeks ago, and I thought to myself, I should probably set that aside. I'm getting ready to list all my winter stuff. It's pretty springy, and wait until closer to spring. It's got a fun like under the sea coral reef pattern on it. It is Charlie Page, size small medium, but I figured I'd be sitting on it for a while. But it sold full asking price $14.67 plus shipping. That I got from Clothes Mentor for like $2. This was in the stuff my aunt gave me the last time I picked up from her. It is Inside is the brand, size large, and it's just a sheer cover up with this beaded seed bead embellishments around the collar and along the sleeves. I don't think I could ever bring myself to own something like that, because I mean, one little string breaks, and how many seeds do you lose? It's very tiny little seeds, and I mean, I don't know how long each strand is, but I just see myself getting snagged on something and dropping seeds throughout wherever I happen to be. But that's only been listed for about 3 weeks, and that sold for $14.67 plus shipping. Then we have these 2 shirts. Both of them I sent offers on. They both sold to the same buyer. This is Goodfellow. It is brand new. I don't know if it has a tag. No tag, but it has its little size sticker, size small. Goodfellow basic t-shirt, and then this Urban Pipeline size small flannel. The t-shirt came from Via Trading in a box of like Target brand clothes that I got. It's probably been close to a year now since I got those, but I listed it towards the beginning of summer. And then this I just listed a week or so ago, when I listed a whole bunch of men's flannels, and they have been doing very well for me. But together they were $14 plus shipping. I think I sent a $9 offer and a $5 offer. I'm not sure. I just know their total was $14 plus shipping on those. And then I have this brass equestrian horse pendant necklace. Had it on auction for $6.99 plus shipping, and that's what it sold for. I love it though. I don't think it was, well, maybe. I don't think it, oh, I didn't, never mind. It has an extender on it that has a lobster clasp, which is more modern, but it has a spring ring clasp as the original, so the extender might not have originally been on it. But anyway, very cool, $6.99 plus shipping on that. And then my best sale for the weekend on my main eBay account is this pair of earrings. They are Taxco sterling silver and onyx giant round earrings. They are marked on the back 925 Mexico and then TM 12, I think it says. But those sold for $29.67 with free shipping. So that's everything for that account. I'll get these packed up, and then I will show Amazon, Rubylane, Mercari, and Poshmark all together. Okay guys, the final 5 items going out today, 1 each on Mercari, Poshmark, and Rubylane, 2 on Amazon. So first up, Mercari, this pack of men's Christmas holiday socks, $12 plus shipping. Have multiples of those, so more going up. These just sold this morning on Poshmark. I thought I wouldn't have anything going out today. Vintage clip-on fun earrings. I had sent a $9 offer with discounted shipping a couple days ago. That had expired, but they sent me a $9 offer, which I accepted. So I didn't have to pay the discounted shipping at least. And then this is my Rubylane sale. And this is just amazing. Prepare yourself. Look at that blue. Look at that. Oh. It saddens me to see it go. I only listed it this week, and it sold within 2 days for $35, my full asking price. There's the back side of it. No markings, but it is just a stunning, stunning, stunning paste rhinestone. I love that blue. Could stare at this thing for hours. Look at that sparkle. Just never seen any stones, any rhinestones with that brilliant blue color. You could see it entering the room from a mile away if somebody were wearing it. Anyway, $35 plus shipping. It's my one Rubylane sale for the weekend. Last week I had said that I might be temporarily closing my Rubylane shop because I'd only had 1 sale on there so far for the month of October, which is really pathetic for any site. And you have to pay 20 cents per listing each month, and you have to pay $54 for your basic store fee, which covers the first 50 listings, and then you have to pay, I'm paying $20 a month in promoting my listings, which eBay, you don't pay for the promoted listings until the item sells, so I don't really have as much issue paying for promoted listings on eBay because at least I'm not being charged unless I get a sale out of the deal. And you don't have to promote your listings on Rubylane, but it does definitely seem to help. Once my $20 each month expires, then the number of items that people add to their wish list just drastically drops down. So, and August and September were really good months on Rubylane. I mean, not great, but I didn't even have 300 items. I was profitable those months. The first 2 months, I wasn't profitable. So anyway, last week after I had said I'd shut down, then the next day I shipped out 1 Rubylane sale. was still thinking that I'm just going to temporarily close and maybe start fresh in 2021 and see how it goes. And then the next day after that, I had one sale, but it was 3 different items. And at that point, I was like, okay, well, I've paid all my fees for all the listings except for about $25 worth. And then, you know, the items that I sold have maybe a $12 cost to me in them. So I needed about another $35, $40 in sales. I said if I got that before the 27th, which is tomorrow, I would keep the shop open because I at least would not be losing money my 6th month on there. Well, I got this $35 sale, which takes me, I think after fees, after everything's considered, cost of goods, I think I'm losing $2 right now if I don't get a single sale between now and November 1st when I pay my invoice. I'm losing $2 for the month. But it's a lot better than it was last weekend when I was essentially going to be losing 90 some dollars and paying money to somebody to give my items, the few items that might sell, away and not make anything. So I don't know. Now I'm kind of torn. I think I'll stick if this time in the month of November ends and I am barely breaking even on there, then it's time to just give it a rest. And I figure while it's shut down, you can shut down temporarily for up to 60 days. As long as you shut down before the 1st of the month, you don't pay the fees that would be charged to you on the 1st of the month. So my thought was kind of I could shut down. You could still add items and they go into your back room where nobody can see them and you're not being charged for them. That way I could build it up and once I reopened have a significantly more items and more chance for sales. Plus it'd be 2021 and surely 2021 is going to be better than 2020. Oh, I hope. But anyway, I might leave it up another month and give it a try. I got a couple good sales. I just flicked some dust off the next item I'm going to show you, and it's going through the air. But this one is an Amazon sale. It is a juicer. It came from a Via Trading pallet last summer, but I actually didn't list it until a couple months ago, and I have another one, not the same brand, a different brand, different model, that I will list now. They didn't have all of the extras, like the container that the juice goes into, and I think they're supposed to have a container for like the waste and a container for the juice, and I don't know. They've got the power cord, it turns on. That's the extent of testing that it got. $44.67 on Amazon for that. And then this one is another Amazon sale, and this is the oldest item that shipped out this weekend. This is a physiology textbook. It is not a current edition. It was not a current edition 3 years ago when I listed it. I paid $1 for it at a thrift store. It looked like it sold for high prices on Amazon, but it was like the previous year's edition of this book. So it's been listed for 3 years, and I originally had it listed around $189. I lowered it a couple times after every couple months, and then I lowered it at some point to like $89.99, which would have been the lowest price, and they shut the listing down saying that it was an unfair price and I wasn't allowed to list it that low. So I raised it back up. I think at that time it was like $120 was what Amazon required. I had to have it for sale for that much or more. I don't get it. It had sat for over 1.5 years at that time and not sold. I was like, I just want to get rid of it. Can I give it to somebody for less than $100? Anyway, and then I lowered it again at some point after that, and the same thing happened. I was thinking, well, maybe it was a mistake. I don't know how those minimum sale prices get set. That's only happened to me on a couple different items. They claim it's like unfair pricing practices if you put a price too low. I don't know. Anyway, it sold for $99.67 after 3 years of being listed. I would have taken half of that, but Amazon wouldn't let me price it at half of that. So there's that. My second most expensive item to sell that has sat for 3 years waiting for a buyer. And that is everything I have going out this weekend. So thanks for watching. It was a decent weekend for me. I hope I can get some bunch of stuff listed this week and have just as good of a weekend next week. Next weekend is Halloween, and I don't recall offhand how well Halloween does for sales. Obviously Halloween night, not a lot of people are sitting online shopping, but maybe the Sunday after when everybody's getting over their sugar highs. Who knows? I don't even know what we're doing yet for Halloween. I tried to get tickets for our Wildlife Prairie Park. Reserve does a wildlife scary park every year that's always a lot of fun. They changed it around this year, obviously, for COVID. You had to buy tickets in advance. They extended it so it was 10 days before Halloween, and every night from like 4 to 9, and there were 50 tickets offered for every time slot. So I waited until like Thursday or Friday of last week because I wanted to get a feel for what the weather was gonna be. I was like, well, I'll get tickets for Monday or Tuesday night. It won't be as popular as it will be next Friday and Saturday night. Every ticket by the time I went on there was sold out for all 10 days. There's not a whole lot in my in my area other than like haunted houses going on. There's a few small trunk or treat events. I don't even know how comfortable I feel going actual trick-or-treating. Bought bags and candy yesterday for the girls to bag up so we can leave candy out for trick-or-treaters whether we go somewhere or not. We'll probably at least go to Grandma's house and my mom, Gammy's house, and say hi and knock on their door, and then maybe a few neighbors, and do something. They have costumes. I have to find a way for them to wear their costumes and do something fun. There's no school party parade this year that they normally do at my middle child's school, and I don't know. It's 2020. We'll do what we can, find some way to make it special. November 1st is my 8-year-old's birthday. She'll be 9. We're just gonna do dinner and cake and ice cream at home, and then the following week we're gonna do a hotel night with 2 of her friends so we can go swimming and have something special for a party, but alas. Anyway, hope you guys have a great week. I have a bunch of stuff I won from various auctions this weekend to sort through, and a 5-pound box and a 25-pound Shop Goodwill box that I won that will probably arrive sometime this week. So lots of fun stuff to keep me busy, and hopefully I'll get enough listed so I can have just as good of a sales weekend next week as I did this week. Hope you guys are all doing great. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.